Error coins, misstrikes, off metal, can be valuable to specialists, but they are rare finds. In USA or UK, local collectors might pay a small premium, $6 to $8 million, for nostalgia or complete sets. The 1995 pence coin, Elizabeth II DG Reg FD. A story of change, symbolism, and British numismatic history. The 1995 pence coin stands as a fascinating artifact in the long history of British currency. It marks a pivotal transition in the United Kingdom's coinage system during the late 20th century. This small piece of cupro nickel metal carries not just a monetary value of 5 pence, but also embodies economic reform, royal portraiture, national symbolism, and the practical needs of a modernizing society. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Old World Coins Vault. Here we bring you the oldest, the rarest, and the most mysterious coins from around the world. Do you want to know which coin is worth millions? Which coin is hiding one of history's biggest secrets? And which coin looks ordinary today, but could make you rich tomorrow? So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's open the Old World Coins Vault. Front side history. The front of the 1990 5-pence coin features the third official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by sculptor Raphael David Makhlouf, often abbreviated as RDM on the coin. This portrait was introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997. The Queen is shown facing right, wearing the George IV state diadem, a tiara she often wore for state openings of Parliament, along with a pearl necklace and earrings. The inscription around the edge reads, Elizabeth II Reg Pent, 1990, which is Latin for Elizabeth Sue, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith, 1990. Raphael Makhlouf, born in 1937 in Jerusalem and later based in London, was a prominent sculptor and medalist. He won the competition in 1984 to create a new effigy of the Queen after Arnold Machine's portrait had been used since 1968. The Queen sat for him personally to refine the design. Makhlouf's version aimed for a more mature, dignified, and idealized representation of the monarch, reflecting her growing experience and the stability of the monarchy in the 1980s and 1990s. His initials RDM are subtly infused on the truncation of the Queen's neck. This portrait appeared on millions of coins across the Commonwealth, making Makhlouf one of the most viewed artists in history through currency. Backside history. The reverse side features a design by Christopher Ironside, first introduced with decimalization in 1968 and retained for the smaller 1990 version. It depicts the badge of Scotland, a thistle royally crowned. The thistle is a powerful national emblem of Scotland, symbolizing resilience, protection, and the unity of the United Kingdom. Below the thistle is the numeral 5, and surrounding the top is the text 5 pence. Christopher Ironside, 1913-1992, was a renowned British artist and designer who created many of the original decimal coin reverses. His thistle design connected the new decimal system to traditional British heraldry, representing the 4 nations of the UK, rose for England, leek for Wales, shamrock for Northern Ireland, and thistle for Scotland on different denominations. The 1990 5-pence coin was not just another minting, it was part of a major cost-saving and practicality reform. The original larger 5-pence coin, introduced in 1968, same size as the old shilling, weighed 5.65 grams and had a diameter of 2359 millimeters. By the late 1980s, inflation and changing economic conditions made large, heavy coins expensive to produce and cumbersome to carry. In 1987, the UK government announced plans to reduce the size of the 5p and 10p coins. The smaller version was officially introduced on 27 June 1990 with a new weight of 3.25 grams and diameter of 18 millimeter. The old larger coins were withdrawn from circulation on 31st December 1990. This change saved the Royal Mint significant metal and production costs while making coins easier for daily use in an increasingly cash-based but modernizing economy. Over 1.634 billion circulation coins were minted in 1990. Alone at the Royal Mint in Lantressant, Wales, an enormous figure reflecting high demand. The Royal Mint one of the world's oldest and most prestigious mints, established over 100 years ago, produced these coins. The decision came under the government of Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, emphasizing efficiency and value for money and public services. The 1990 coin tells a story of Britain transitioning from post-war austerity to a more efficient, European-influenced economy. Many people initially complained the new, smaller coin was too tiny, leading to jokes in the press. It coincided with the end of the larger shilling equivalent era, closing a chapter that linked decimal Britain to its pre-decimal past. The thistle on the back reminds us of Scotland's proud identity within the Union, a theme still relevant in UK politics today. Macluff's portrait captured the Queen at a time of royal popularity. Before later controversies, this coin passed through countless hands, shoppers in London markets, soldiers, immigrants building new lives, and even travelers, like those from America who might have encountered it through family in the UK. It symbolizes everyday life, monarchy, and subtle national pride. Raphael David, Macluff's portrait on the obverse, wasn't just a technical requirement. It was a deliberate, artistic choice to project strength and continuity. Born in Jerusalem in 1937 to a Jewish family, Macluff moved to Britain and established himself as a master sculptor. When the Royal Mint launched a competition in 1984 for a new Queen's effigy, Macluff's design won because it captured Elizabeth II in her mid-50s with grace, maturity, and subtle power. The Queen personally approved the final version after sittings. His work reflected the 1980s Britain under Thatcher. Confident, traditional yet forward-looking. The diadem she wears is the same one used in many state ceremonies, linking the coin to the pomp of British monarchy. On the reverse, Christopher Ironside's thistle design carries rich symbolism. Ironside, 1913-1992, a talented artist who also designed metals and stained glass, created the entire original decimal reverse series in the 1960s. The crowned thistle represents Scotland's ancient emblem. Legend says Scottish warriors used thistles to repel Viking invaders when the prickly plant alerted them. By placing it on the 5p, Ironside reminded every user that the United Kingdom is a union of proud nations. This design helped ease the transition to decimal currency in 1971, giving people familiar national symbols amid change. 1990 was a year of transformation for Britain. Margaret Thatcher's government was pushing economic reforms. Reducing coin sizes was part of a larger efficiency drive. The larger 5p coin, same size as the old shilling, was heavy and costly. Each coin used more metal. The new smaller version saved millions in production. Costs for the Royal Mint at Lantrasant, Wales. Over 1.634 billion small 5p coins were minted in 1990 for circulation, the highest mintage for that denomination in history. This massive production shows how widely used cash still was before cards and digital payments took over. The change wasn't without controversy. Many Britons complained the new coin was too small and easy to lose. Newspapers ran cartoons joking about it. Yet within months, people adapted. The old large coins were demonetized at the end of 1990, creating urgency to spend or exchange them. Some people hoarded the larger versions as souvenirs. In the international collector market, a standard circulated. 1990 5-pence coin is worth very little, usually just its face value of 5 pence, 0.608 USD. Even in uncirculated condition, it fetches only 1.3 in the UK. Special versions are more valuable. Brilliant uncirculated sets, 50 to 200 US dollar. Proof versions, 2,000 to 200,000 US dollar. Rare silver PID4 proofs, higher. Sometimes 10,000 to 500,000 US dollar plus. Because nearly 1.635 billion were made, it is extremely common. Error coins, misstrikes, off metal can be valuable to specialists, but they are rare finds. In USA or UK, local collectors might pay a small premium, $6 to $8 million, for nostalgia or complete sets.